It's the Sports Talk Now podcast.
Hello, and welcome to the inaugural episode of the Sports Talk Now podcast. My name is Jackie McKenna. I am your host on this journey, but I am joined, as I will be every week, by my co-host and resident expert, in my opinion, not to put the pressure on you, but you're up to the plate, and I know you're not going to have the park.
Well, thank you, Jackie.
This is Noah Schindler.
Hey, folks. This is Noah. It is correct. I'm a resident expert. People call me the Pundit because people ask me all the time, when are the games, who's playing, and I'll tell them
Times,
lineups, rosters,
Stats.
pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And I've been doing this for a long time. So.
And you studied sports and entertainment at the University of Syracuse. Correct.
Newhouse. I took a class called Sports in Entertainment. Entertainment sports.
And really, what is the difference?
There's a big difference.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll get into that.
Okay. Well, Noah, thank you for joining me on this. This is a sort of a passion project of mine because, not to discredit the fine work they're doing at Bleacher Report or The Athletic or anything like that, but I think we've both felt that it's sort of superficial coverage.
Yeah, and there's a lot more they're not saying.
A lot more nuance to get into.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, let's get into that.
Yeah, let's step into the ring.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, when does the NFL season start?
The NFL season, yes. So it's funny, I was just looking this up. 1 second.
And this is sort of part of the process, right?
Yeah. I mean, because they change it a lot, and that's why... Because I knew it this morning, but I know the NBA season schedule just came out, so that might have conflicted, and they'll have to change.
Well, sometimes it snows during NFL games, and it's not snowing right now, which I think has a lot of fans confused.
Exactly. The week... September 8th.
Is week one?
Week one, the NFL kicks off with the Buffalo Bills playing the Super Bowl champs, the Los Angeles Rams.
So that's going to be a game to watch.
It's going to be a game to watch. It is the first game of the season, and it's on a Thursday, which that might confuse fans because most football games happen on Sundays. This one, in fact, will be played on a Thursday at 8:20
Eastern?
Eastern.
Or what?
Eastern. Yeah, we're going to be using the Eastern time on this show. Let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah, because we don't want to confuse people. Do you mind my asking, favorite day of the week for... Well, let's run down the days that football happens on.
Okay. Oh, man, there are a lot.
Let me see. I'm going to test you on this.
Okay.
So I hope you don't mind.
No. Put me up on stage and ask me some questions.
You're the pundit.
I'm the pundit.
Up to the podium.
He's 3 for 3.
Oh, actually, it's a lectern.
What?
A podium is what Olympians, Sports Talk Now, stand on when they receive gold medals. A lectern is the sort of thing you speak at.
Okay. Well, that's why I didn't know that. Because lectern has nothing to do with sports.
Sorry. You're at the lectern. I'm going to ask you, starting first day of the week, Monday, does football happen on Monday?
Yes.
That is correct. Tuesday?
No.
Wednesday?
No.
Thursday? Little cheat here.
Yeah. We all know that.
We just looked it up.
But question?
Huh?
How many games happen on Thursday? I'm throwing it back to you.
One game.
Yes.
At night.
Yeah.
Eastern time.
Except
on Thanksgiving.
That there's usually 5 or 6 games on Thanksgiving,
5 or 6, yeah.
and that's all day.
Yeah.
Wake up, smell the turkey.
Well,
The parade's happening, but you're not watching the parade.
honestly,
I'm not watching the parade.
No, honestly, if I have to, I tell my family, bring the meal to me because I'm going to be watching the game.
Yeah.
So, Friday,
No.
Saturday.
So this one's tricky.
Yeah.
So for most of the season, so college football is on Saturdays.
Yes.
I know nothing about college
We're
football.
talking NFL.
We're talking NFL. So no, not until later. When college ball is finished, that's when the NFL takes over Saturday nights.
Yeah. Around Christmas time.
Yes.
And that's sort of Roger Goodell's gift to the fans.
Mhm. That's why they call him Santa of football.
Yep. And Sunday.
And Sunday night football
Sunday.
is the time we like. Yes.
You ready for some football?
Yeah.
So thank you. That was thorough.
Yeah. Well, that's what I tried to do.
Can I think a developing story sort of over these past few weeks going into the NFL season. Is preseason better than regular season?
This is a question I get asked a lot. It depends on the season, and it depends on who's playing in the preseason games. Because often you'll have players that to name a couple, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, So most of these guys usually don't play in the preseason. They may play one snap or two. So snap in football, specifically in the NFL, is when the offense runs a play.
I'm going to put this down.
Yeah, please do. And the Tom Brady's, the Aaron Rodgers of the world, they won't likely play many snaps in the preseason. And some people are like, oh, no, I can't see Tom Brady. I can't see my Aaron Rodgers. But exactly. It's funny.
Why is that?
They know their names. They like the way they look, the way they throw the ball. I get it. However, they're not giving the new guys a chance. And some of these guys are better because if you think about it, athletes are only getting stronger. Guys are bigger. They're eating more. They're drinking more milk.
I love this.
And it's funny that we still see Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers as like the guys of the NFL when they're good, but they're not like big and strong like that a lot of the kids nowadays are. You see kids in high school.
Yeah. Well, what they're eating.
Yeah.
Would you say strength is the most contributing factor to an athlete's success?
I get asked this a lot. And it depends on the sport.
Okay, so now we're sort of expanding beyond the gridiron.
Right.
Did I use that correctly?
Yeah.
Great.
Should I go on about sports?
Please do. Please do.
So there are other sports other than football, obviously.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, come on, guys.
There's hockey, there's basketball,
yeah,
and there's baseball. And those are the sports. And let's say baseball, for instance. You don't have to be strong. It helps, sure. You don't got to be. Let's go to basketball. You don't have to be strong. Look at a lot of those guys. They're not that strong.
They're tall.
They're tall. Sure. Some of them aren't.
That's true.
Hockey, you got to be strong.
You do.
Yeah, you got to be strong to play hockey.
And you got to skate.
Yeah.
And a lot of people forget that part of it. And I've known a lot of guys who tried to get into hockey, and the skating part was just...
They're so good. They're so talented.
Yeah.
But they can't skate.
And And, like, what do you do with that?
I mean, you could teach him to skate, but you can't really teach someone to skate.
No, you can't. That's sort of, and, maybe that's the difference is, you have,
What's that? What is that?
That would be our buzzer beater. Back to basketball. So, just like in sports, there's a timer. There's a set amount of play time that the game can happen within. And our show is going to be the exact same way. We're at 10 minutes. And so, no, don't say anything else. I want one final take from you. We're each going to give our final takes on today's conversation.
That's really good. First of all, one take, I like this idea.
Okay.
But that's not the take I'm going to give.
Okay.
Gosh, this is a hard question.
Okay, so you're going to get 2 takes? All right, 2 takes.
So, yeah, so we're talking about the NFL. And I actually have some guys who leaked this information to me, so this may or may not happen. So I don't want to spoil this for everybody. But I have a pretty good reason to believe that around halfway through the season, Roger Goodell is going to cut some of the games at the end of the season. Guys are going to be tired. Guys are going to be hurt. And for that reason, I believe they're going to cancel 3 or 4 games at the end of the season, making it a shorter season than in years past.
So you think we're going to be looking at how many games?
So right now there's 17 games, 18 weeks, because there's something called a bye week.
Yeah.
In which the team does not play. So I believe it'll be cut down to about 14 games.
Here. 14 games.
Yeah.
14 games. Okay.
And people will say, "Oh, well, that's going to mess up the standings. There are going to be teams that need those extra games in order to make that last push to the playoffs." But the NFL has prioritized safety, and I think that will trump all.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I think my final take is just kind of talking about what kids are eating today, what they're ingesting, how they're getting stronger. I don't think it's ever too soon to talk about steroids and how helpful they can be, but also how not helpful.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
I think that's something everybody needed to hear.
Yep. Well, thanks for joining me.
Yeah. Now let's step out of the ring.
Yeah. Okay. Are you doing anything after this or?
Yeah. I get work in a couple hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to catch like a movie or anything?
I mean, what? I could do a short one.
Like Oscar short film nominee type of movie.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, let's do that.
All right, cool.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Yeah. SportsTalk Now.
It's the Sports Talk Now podcast.